The next post-match interview is with New York captain Johnny Glynn, who put his body on the line to help his teammates scrape out a famous win, and has the scars to show for it. Glynn, of course, won an All-Ireland Senior Hurling medal with Galway and is an influential leader both on and off the field for New York. He is deeply involved in New York GAA, playing football with Sligo New York, hurling with Hoboken Guards, and has trained teams such as Cork New York in football and Andy Moran's camogie team. Johnny, first of all, congratulations. A historic win for New York. You're battle scarred. I'd say that's the way you wanted to come off the pitch today. You knew it was going to be battle and you enjoy battles, but first of all, congratulations.
Sound, thanks a million. Sure, look, it was a very, very, very tough game. Fucking lads were carried off the pitch, and sure, that's all you ever ask of lads, is just leave it all out there. And I suppose we tried our best, we done it. I said, no, fucking penalties and an awful way to get bet. But it came down to like two teams fought hard the whole time, and unfortunately we went down to penalties. Thankfully we came out on top, but look, it was a tough game.
It was physically, both sides seemed to go for it, Johnny, very direct. There was plenty of hard tackles going in there. What was it like out on the pitch?
Oh yeah, well, it was physical, like, but it was there was no malicious stuff. It was fucking hard hitting, and that's what you want. Like, it was a great game of football, I'm sure, for people watching, and the crowd really got behind us for a finish where it was kind of all Leitrim for the first half, and for a finish when everyone started believing what we could do, it got on top, and thankfully we came out on top.
Yeah. There seemed to be a quiet air of confidence around the place the last couple of weeks. You kept your head down, did your business very quietly, Johnny, and you got the job done today.
Look, there was no question. We knew we had a team good enough to win. The only problem is like the element of surprise. You don't know how you're going to perform, you don't get the games, but we said if we can shore it up and just not let goals go in the first half, and in fairness, Leitrim got a few chances and Cunningham fucking saved us more times, and when we knew we were in the game at half time, we knew we were going to be in the game, and to be honest, it was just all about belief and being pure positive and never giving up, just playing with heart and leaving it all out there. And I think we did, and I think like how it finished, like, it was always written in the stars for young Mike and Brosnan, homegrown American, kicked that ball at the end, like some man to stand up and take it. Like, there was any amount of lads wouldn't have done it, and he stood up, took it and buried it, and do you know what, look, it was great. I was delighted for him, delighted for the county, and look at it, if we just push on now and see how we get on in 2 weeks.
Rider over stuff with Mikey Brosnan.
Sure, look, it's something that he'll never forget. Do you know, like, it's up there with massive wins for me in Ireland, but like for him, like, that's his All-Ireland right there, like, phenomenal young fella. So Shane Brosnan, Tiernan Maher's, Jamie Boyle, like, they all left it out there, and on the 40 plus squad, like, every lad put it in. And look, in 2 weeks time I'm sure you'll see new faces, because we have a very, very strong squad. It's something that Johnny and the boys brought in, was like keeping as many as possible and just fucking bleeding in young lads and mixed with a few old lads, and just went for it, like, you know. Now,
Johnny, like, I think it's fitting that you're captain this year, to be honest, because you're involved with so many clubs in New York. I'm not sure if people at home back listening to this are aware of it, but you're involved in so many clubs, train different clubs. You really put a lot of effort into Gaelic games out here. It must mean the world to you.
Sure, look, it is. I suppose, like, the GAA has been a big part of my life since I was a young lad, and since I came here has been a big part of my life. So, like, look, it's just all you want to do is help out, and the way I always see it, like, if you try and leave something in a better position than when you started. And look, I know it was always going to happen. It was nice to be involved in this one, but like, this win's going back for years. Like, you know, I was involved against Roscommon, I suppose it was 7 years ago, and we lost out by a point, and like, it's been building since then, like, because there's still lads on the panel. Then, like, I think Johnny said it to us in the dressing room afterwards, and he's here near 15 years, and all he ever wanted was just to win with New York. He fucking bled young lads in there, and I think, look, credit to him, he stuck with what he believed, and we came out on top today, which is brilliant.
Yeah, and you're both very close, the two of you, aren't you? You know Johnny, you know him very well.
Yeah, we'd be very, very close. We'd be probably best friends outside it, so it's nice to do it for him. Maybe that's why I'm starting, or why I'm captain. I know.
And you have a business together, fall to recovery, don't you? I'd say you might see you there in the morning.
I'd be lying inside an ice bath for the next 2 weeks, but look, it was great. It was a great win. Like, we had a small sneaky bit of confidence coming into the game. Our training was going well, lads were fit, and it was just like, we just promised we'll empty ourselves out there, and whatever happens. And sure, look, we threw the kitchen sink at it, and we came out on top.
Now, Johnny, you've had quite a successful glittering career so far, All-Ireland with Galway. Where does this rank in your career highlights?
Well, there's no question, it's right up there. Like, the All-Ireland was unreal, but like that there tonight was an All-Ireland for any young American that was there, and it's right up there, to be honest. Like, even see afterwards when I meant the old men crying and stuff like that, like, you don't often see that. So look, it was, I suppose, for the foreseeable, this is my home now, and I'm just happy I was part of it. As I said, like, you know, I seen my brother after the game, seen my wife Serena, my sister-in-law Sophie, and my dad Martin, and just as soon as I see him, I was, you know, they were proud of me and I was proud of them, and I was just delighted to be able to be here, and they were here with me. And look, I'm sure for all the other lads there it was the same thing. Like, you had families there, so it was different. Like, you've lads from fucking all over Ireland supporting you. So look, it was great. It was great.
And so, like, you're into the semi-final now. Is it onwards and upwards?
Look, it's a semi-final, but I tell you what, like, we're after creating history there. We're going to enjoy today, we're going to enjoy tomorrow, we're going to enjoy Monday, and like, we'll just see what happens. Like, look, after this is a bonus. Even to get to go home and play in the Connacht semi-final is a bonus. So look, we're looking forward to it and see how it goes. Just
finally, Johnny, when I called you a second ago, there was a stream of young people, young boys and girls there looking to get your autograph. How big of an impact will today have on those young kids?
Well, like, the biggest thing is, like, you had 4 homegrown Americans playing there, and there's a few young lads there under 10s, under 11s, 12s, and they know them from being in St. Barnabas, and like, you know, like, you know, in the future you never know, like, they can say, you know, I'll be there and play it or whatever. So look, it was nice to see. It's lovely to see, to be honest. It was lovely to see the support. If nothing else, it was just great to see the support, like, Mount New York people, because in the first half it was all Leitrim in the crowd, and Jez, for a finish you couldn't fucking hear Leitrim. Like, it was great. Look, unfortunately, go back, like, Leitrim, they lost in penalties. It's an absolute disaster, but look, someone had to lose, and thankfully it wasn't us. Like, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but thankfully it was.
Johnny, congratulations and enjoy the celebrations.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Thank you.
Stay tuned for more post-match interviews, and there's a full match report on the longhaulpodcast.com. These post-match interviews are being brought to you by the Laura Dorgan fitness app. Get on top of your fitness and nutrition this summer by emailing lauradorganfitness@gmail.com or visit lauradorganfitness.com to find out more.